The best things you can have in this life are people. Relationships are one of the greatest assets anybody can have in this life. I'm telling you.
To base expectations on friendship and other people based on what you believe you bring to the table. Because if you remember, we kind of all come from different backgrounds. Thank you so much for joining us today in this episode of Embrace Your Podcast. In today's episode, we're going to talk about friendship, the ups and downs of friendship, and just what friendship means to us personally. Now, we're not necessarily experts in the topic, but we have had friendships, both short and long ones. So it's really more from personal experience. And joining me today to talk about this specific topic is Ifeoma Omologe. Thank you very much, Ifeoma, for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. So
I'm no longer Okeke now. I'm Omologe.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah.
I completely forgot. I completely forgot.
I'm Omologe now. I'm no longer Okeke. Yeah. Thank you.
I was reading a quote from one of my favorite writers, and the quote was basically just saying, "Friendship isn't a big thing; it's a million things." And the writer is Paulo Coelho. And I'm like, let me even start thinking back, because I feel like friendship for me has evolved and has come to mean so many different things over time. It started from a place of, come all ye who are friendless and I'll give you friendship. Like, I think that was really where it started. And then it got to a point of, okay, I've been burnt a little bit too much. I think I just want to stay on my own. And then it got to a point of, okay, friendship can really be a good thing, and it's beautiful, but I think you have to understand the different types of friendships. Everybody doesn't have to be a close friend. I think you have to limit your expectations, because as good as someone could possibly be, we're all human beings. I think there are legitimate reasons to end friendships, but if a friendship is worth it, you try to fight for it. You try to work through it, just like any relationship. Marriage, amorous relationships. There's no easy way. It's always two people coming together and making it work. And sometimes friendships are for seasons. You know, this person has come into your life. The role that they had to play in your life has been played. And when you try to extend that role, it doesn't work out for the best. So I think recognizing when a friendship has run its course and just peacefully walking out of it sometimes is the answer. I mean, I have a lot of stories I could tell, but I definitely want to hear from you, your experiences and your view on friendship as well.
You see, this thing we'll call friendship. I'm going to put a lot of Igbo adages. So everybody get ready to start learning your Igbos because we're going to be throwing in here and there. Charlene, this thing we'll call friendship has been a good, bad, and ugly journey for me. Friendship changed me. This thing we'll call friendship, it changed my personality. You know, because I've seen people, I've met people, and people are still people. I won't say I'm a perfect person, but in this journey of friendship that I've met with so many people, a lot of things have been learned. And I am constantly, or I have been constantly burnt because of how much I gave myself into a friendship. So I decided not to give a definition and say this is what friendship is to me, or this is what friendship is supposed to be. My friendship with any person now is, sister, whatever you bring is what I'm going to give you. If you come with disloyalty, you won't expect any loyalty from me. In fact, you're not even going to be a friend. I'm going to push you so far away. You won't even be on that level of friendship, because now I'm broken it down. We have friends. No, we have people you say hi to. We have acquaintances. I've come to learn that in my journey of this thing we call relationships and friendship. We have acquaintances. We have friends, neighbors, people you can, have a kind of conversation with, maybe in the church, your environment, in the marketplace, people you can do business with, but they're not your friends and they're not acquaintances. So I can still put you there and say, okay, this person, I don't even know what to call this group, but they're not friends, they're not acquaintances. They're better than acquaintances, but they're not my friend. Now they are friends. Now they are close friends, and they are sisters. These sisters are not biological sisters. If I'm very close to you and I tell you intricate details of my life, you are not my friend, you are my sister. If I tell you deep things about myself, if I can open up and tell you things that make me cry, you are not, I can't regard you to you as a friend. I will call you my sister. Our relationship is not friendship. Our relationship is sisterhood. Right from time. We don't have friendship here. Say, this is my friend. I can never refer to Sherilyn and say, oh, Sherilyn is my friend. No, I'll refer to her as my sister. Because because of how much, I've been burnt in the past, I have this phobia for the word friends. Because if I call you my friend, that means I'm always going to expect the worst. And so, okay, I'm going to expect the worst from this person. So I'm preparing my mind for when you call my hair. I'm already mentally, physically, psychologically, emotionally prepared for you. You understand? But if I call you my sister, I will ignore, I will overlook, I won't even notice your flaws. Because this is blood to me, even though we're not biological, but this is blood to me. So in my journey of friendship, I don't believe in quotes these days about friends, and this is what a friend is supposed to be. No, people are people. People are just doing their things. They're trying to cope. We have good people. We have bad people. We have horrible people. We have terrible people. We have people you are supposed to meet in life. You have people you're supposed to miss in life. Don't pray to meet those you're supposed to miss. And don't pray to miss those you're supposed to meet. You understand? Cool. So friendship is a lot of things. But I don't want to put any definition to it. Anybody that's going ahead to say, oh, this is friendship. Oh, no. I don't define it. So friendship is not in my vocabulary now. I don't have friends. What I have are sisters. If I love you a lot, if I want to have that kind of intimate relationship with people, I will never refer to you as my friend. I don't have friends. I have acquaintances, but I don't have friends. I have sisters. So that's my take on it. It's a phobia. The word friend triggers something in me because of how much experiences I've had. When you give yourself out, or you give your all in a relationship and you get burnt, especially those of us that don't know where to stop when you're in a relationship with a person. You don't know how to stop. You just want to keep giving and showing love and going on out. And you're not noticing, because you are there loving another person, you're not noticing how the reaction you are getting from the other person, because you're just blind to people. You're blind. Yeah. You love people. You are blind to that. So because of that thing, I cut French from my vocabulary. I don't have friends. I have sisters from different mothers, and I relate to them the way I relate to my own biological sisters. I can't wake up one morning and start being friends with them. You will know what. In fact, I can't wake up one morning and start being sisters with my own biological sisters. That's how much these people that I have chosen to be in this carcass with me are. I can't wake up tomorrow and say, oh, Sherilyn is no longer friend, because I don't know that thing you're going to do. You understand? That will make me put you in that friendship carcass again. You're no longer there, my dear. You are a sister. So we can continue.
Wow, that's deep. That's beautiful. I actually, listening to what you were saying, I was thinking in my mind, does our own personal trauma affect the way we relate with people and the way they relate with us? Because I've heard that before. I heard that the relationships we have with people is almost like a mirror. And sometimes when we have issues that we haven't sorted out, you know how to say healing, you haven't healed from this or you haven't healed from that, it affects our relationship with people. In my own, from my own journey, I will say that probably the fear of maybe leaving situations that didn't serve me definitely played a role. And the reason why maybe I had that fear was because in my mind, at some point in my life, I probably felt like maybe certain people walked out, and that kind of just left this I don't want to call it trauma, but it left something. And so when I would be in situations that I should be leaving, I always had that fear of leaving. And so I would stay. And so definitely one of the things that changed that was me healing from that and me understanding that my space is sacred. People can be in your life in different ways, and sometimes people just should not be in it at all. But the idea of leaving people close to me that have no business being close to me is something that I had to confront. And so I wonder if generally in different ways people sometimes have those unresolved issues that affect them in their friendship or their friendship in different ways.
Everybody has a trauma. Everybody has a story. But your personal trauma is not something I want to bring into a relationship with somebody I'm just meeting for the first time, or somebody you want to be friends with. But let's be very frank and truthful. Some of us bring our baggages into this thing we call friendship. Most of the time.
Yeah.
And when people come into our lives and maybe make a move or does something, remember that, Ronke don't do this thing before. Hey, this girl, let me start watching. So it's not about, it's the truth. We bring out people bring in their traumas, bring in experiences, they try to, especially people that have been burnt so many times. There's something I want to say here. Somebody can come and say, you always complaining about people and people. What about you? Are you a good friend? Are you a nice person? Why is it that it's always you that people are hurting? You're the one always leaving people. My sister, I prayed one prayer. And I prayed it to God. I said, God, give me a friend like me. I don't know if some of these people that I've left in their life can pray that kind of prayer. And you know where I'm going because we've been friends from school. Some of the people that I know, I wish they can pray that kind of prayer. Please, God, give me a friend. I said it to my husband. I said it to God. I said, God, can you just give me one friend? Not sisters now. Remember there's a carcass. Give me a friend like me. You know one thing about loyal people? When people that are loyal, the reason why they get so aggressive is if you hurt them. That's where the issue of trauma comes. If you hurt them, they will go at you so wildly because they can never do that to you.
Yeah.
That's why you know me now as it be, as it hot. That is why I'll come for you. I'll come for your father and your mother. I'll come for your village. I'll come for your king. You won't like my experience. You'll be wondering. That's it. This issue of trauma, You'll be wondering, is it this lady that has been so good, so nice, so kind, so this? You'll bring out the beast in me. If we're in a friendship and the devil uses you to wake up something that I've locked up in the prison, aka trauma, aka trigger something, until you have a story to tell. You can write book because I will show you Pepe. No, you write it. It's a fact. I'm not even ashamed to say it. So these things will cause trauma. People cause it's people experiences, relationships that cause this trauma. So that is why I told her about praying not to miss the person you're supposed to meet, and to miss the person you're supposed to meet. Because it's these people, most people that hurt people, I've come to find out, I've done my little research and found out that people that hurt people are actually people that are hurt. I don't know how this English is kind of balanced. Yeah, people that come into a friendship to hurt a person, they have been, maybe they're not, they are messed up people.
Yeah.
They come with their messed up life and they try to bring everybody in their bandwagon. I don't know if that's a good English. They want to box us up in this cart so that everybody will just be in misery like them. I don't bring my trauma to people. I don't bring my trauma. I deal with my traumas because they are my personal traumas. But, auntie, if you want to bring your trauma, Bring it so that we can discuss it and heal. Don't bring it because you want to kill me, or bring it because you want to leave a dent on my life. Okay? So it's not as if traumas are not there. What are friends for? There are friends that cleave closer than brothers. There are friends that have more deeper connection with you than even your blood sisters, that you can discuss things with. It's just an open fact. We go through a lot in this. So in this country, Nigeria, everybody has one or two things they are facing. It's a fact. But when you come into friendship, can you help us keep your baggage in your kitchen? And let's do this friendship so that, this life is sweet though. And one of the best things you can have in your life are people, not money, not cars, not jewelries. The best things you can have in this life are people. Relationships are one of the greatest assets anybody can have in this life. I'm telling you. People can make and mean you. People can take you there and bring you down, So, issue of trauma, it's a little bit shaky for me, because handle your traumas, please, eh? Let's converse and do our friendship without you coming to kill me now or traumatize me too. Who is going to save the both of us? If you are traumatized, or if somebody is going through a trauma, and you bring your trauma into the relationship, or you bring your baggage, who's going to save you? If you come and drown all of us inside this sea of misery and whatever, and sadness and sorrow, if everybody's crying and biting their finger and complaining and whatever, who is going to save you? You see, that's why these evil geniuses, they need to have this understanding. When you meet people, try and relate to them in a very godly and a goodly manner, so that when the time comes for them, for the issue of this person you're meeting, there's a reason why you're meeting this person. There's a reason why this person is friends with you. If you come and you traumatize and you hurt and you gaslight and you bring all your narcissistic traits into that friendship, and you bring the person's spirit low, and you bring the person's emotions low, the self-esteem, try to put the person down, so going to be the same level. When that time comes for that person to help you, he or she will have the tools to do that. The last thing I want to do in my life, I did a lot of research on this thing we call friendship and relationships. In fact, I went into psychology. I read a lot of books on psychology. That is where I learned the word gaslighting. That's where I learned the word trauma dumping. That's when I learned narcissism and narcissistic traits, different types of narcissism, because I thought it was only the grandeur type of narcissism. There are those of them they call covert narcissism. There are different types. Those ones that always try to play the victim. Those ones that will carry their troubles and come to trauma dump you. By the time they leave you, you are tired.
Yeah.
They come and dump all their worries on you. By the time they are leaving you, you are not the same. So immediately I noticed that those kind of people, I will see the scissors I want to use to cut your anti-carry or witchcraft and run away from. This is witchcraft. What is all this? You come to me, I'm happy, and you are telling me this, you're telling me that. I won't say anything in that conversation. How your husband killed you, how your father-in-law want to this, how your sister-in-law. By the time you leave me, I am another version of myself. Every joy and happiness I'm feeling has been drained. Yeah. You have trauma dumped me. The day I learned that word, I researched on that word, I found out that almost 80% of the people around me, including family members, are trauma dumping me or I started running. Since then, I started having a life. Don't tell me, I don't want to hear a story. Don't tell me, don't gist me. If you don't want to come and tell me how to make money, or you don't want to tell me how God is blessing you, you don't want to tell me how God is increasing you, auntie, carry your witchcraft far away from me. I need to leave. I need joy in my life. I'm telling you, Shani, people are terrible.
I know. Two things come to my mind though. Like listening to what you're saying, like I'm literally remembering two different instances. The first one is I was listening to Oprah Winfrey one time, and she talked about how it's not necessarily fair to base expectations on friendship and other people based on what you believe you bring to the table. Because if you remember, we kind of all come from different backgrounds. We all have different understanding of things, and we all have different personalities. For example, I'm an empath. So by nature, I like to help people. It's not even something I think. It just happens because I have that joy that I feel when I know that I've somehow helped someone and made someone's life better. Now, maybe I'm friends with this other person. Let's say her name is Martha. She may be a really nice person, but she's just a different kind of person. She probably isn't the kind of person that will really go out of her way to help you in certain situations, but she may be the kind of person that if you approach, she would be there for you. Maybe that's her way of understanding it. But if you judge it and put that standard based on what you do and what you would do in the situation, she will never live up to it. But if you create that standard based on, okay, this is how I want to be treated. This is how this person is relating with me and treating me. I see that she's coming from a good place. I see that there are good sides to the friendship. I see that she's not a bad person. She may not be me, but she is her and she's good enough. And another thing that I think about is also when we think about where people are coming from. Because you mentioned narcissists, I've met all of those kind of people. And even though I definitely agree, there's a kind of personality you'll find in someone that the best answer is to walk away. I will say that somehow being able to put yourself in their shoes lessens the hurt. So yes, you're walking away, but at the same time, you're like, I actually feel for this person because I don't know what happened in this person's life that made this person so bitter, or that made this person a narcissist, or that made this person this. Now, that doesn't mean that it's now your job to become the person's therapist when you're not a therapist, or is your job to make the person see that. If the other individual wants to do the work and is open about it, like you said, basically opens up and says, I struggle with this, I struggle with that, and I want to do the work and be a better person. That's different. At that point, maybe you can support. Still guarding your heart, but you have to guard yourself. Or you can offer that and that support. If the person doesn't want to do that work, well then that's really at the end of the day their choice, and your choice is to guard yourself. But seeing where someone is coming from reduces the bitterness and the hurt in your own heart towards whatever that person is doing and has done. So you know how they tell you sometimes like forgiveness is really for you, not for the other person. Well, one of the things that helps in that forgiveness is being able to really like see things from another perspective. Because remember, people have gone through so much. Like, not everybody has had the parents you had. Not everybody had the upbringing you had. And it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. But
come and kill me.
But it does affect people if they're not self-conscious enough to do the work. Because when I am, like you said, you made a point about, sometimes like asking yourself, is the other person the problem or are you the problem?
Exactly.
But it needs self-awareness for you to even ask yourself that question. When there was a situation, this is something that I do, especially now. In any situation, I always try to look at it objectively. I almost try to bring myself out from the role that I have in that situation and look at it the way I would look at it from the outside. And then try and really see, what could I have done better? Even if for some reason I look at that whole situation and I don't necessarily feel like I was 100% wrong, I still want to bring myself to a point where I can say, but what could I have done better? Maybe I shouldn't have reacted so aggressively at that provocation. Maybe I shouldn't have used such triggering words that then triggered the other person and made it better. Maybe the first time the person did that, I should have understood that this was the kind of person this was and followed the person accordingly. Sometimes we see red flags. Those red flags keep on getting red. The red is going to different shades of red. It's still,
I'm telling you,
they're still allowing it. And then when the worst happens, what we consider a really painful situation, we are like,
I saw it too. I was seeing the signs.
Recognizing red flags and acting accordingly is definitely something that I have learned and I think everybody should practice. But also leading from a place of love. I tell you, I don't have time for bitterness in my life. I don't have time for anger in my life. If you hurt me, God bless you. I'm moving on, but God bless you. If you love me, God bless you. I'm staying, and God bless you. It's as simple as that. At the end of the day, a lot of the times, what people do to us, and when I mean do to us, I mean the bad things that people sometimes do to us, has everything to do with that and nothing to do with us. So I'm not going to carry that weight in my heart. I'm not going to carry that weight in my mind because I need that peace of mind. Friendship matters a whole lot to me. But I need to recognize you as a good friend before I will place you there. Loyalty. I'm a very loyal person. But I also know that my loyalty is not just for every random person that I meet.
It's not foolishness.
So I need to see what our relationship looks like, our friendship looks like, before I feel safe enough to bring that to the table. So I think what I would just say from as our own people, we need to also do the work and learn how to prevent ourselves in friendships so that we don't repeat the cycle of toxic friendships and all of those things over and over again.
At this stage in my life, I don't even need to see the red flags. If I sense it, I'm running.
Yeah.
Okay. Like one of these pastors' wife will say, "We have left that class. I'm not there any longer." Where I'll say, just character defaults now. If I sense, I don't give chances now. You know where I have converted a toxic character. It's toxic. Let's be frank. Where I easily cut people. I'm telling you, Charlene, it's this easy. I'm eating and dining with this person. I sense, not see.
Yeah.
I sense that this person is not what he used to be. I am on my way. I was discussing with somebody the other day, and I told him, I said, if I'm friends with you, I have a relationship with you, I sleep, I wake up, I think about, just you cross my mind, and my heart skips in a scary manner. And so I'll pick up my phone. This is before God, I'm telling you, I'll delete your number.
Wow.
Because whatever will make me wake up, and I think about Sherilyn, and my heart skips, and I'm scared. What? Our intuitions. We have things that speak to us. We have this thing they call intuitions. It's people that people bury theirs. People don't develop theirs. It's called discernment. People don't develop theirs. They don't factor it into their lives. That is why you see somebody go out there, and other people will be saying that this person you're hanging out with is a terrible person. But because you don't factor in this thing we call intuition, or you deaden it, or it's trying to speak to you and you quiet it. That is why you see people landing in previous fatal situations. I've seen friends kill friends, poisoning, all manner of evil happen in this thing we call this street we call friendship. So how I guard myself is, it doesn't have to get to that level. We're friends, and I come and tell you, oh, God is good to me. Oh, you just bought a car, or I just bought a house. And if your eye tweaks, I'm watching you closely.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I'm watching, and I will test you. I'm watching you closely. That's been my saving grace since I started this adulthood friendship. That's what has been saving me. I don't need to go spiritual or religious, but that's what I've been. there's a way your demeanor will change and you're out of my league immediately, because I don't see the reason why you come and tell me God has blessed me and I'll start faking my smile, faking my laughter, and the bitterness. I'll start feeling the vibes of your bitterness. What are we doing? You're not my friend, you are an enemy. Let's call a spade a spade. I'm cutting it off. Shirley, that thing you see has saved me in this country called Nigeria. I told my mom something. I said, because of my level of openness and joy, I'm an extrovert, extra extrovert.
Yeah.
But I had to introvert. I had to self-introvert because of the kind of things I'm seeing in the environment where I live. I told my mom, I said, Mom, if it's not this measure that I'm putting in place, you will be in Abuja one day. They will call you to come and carry my dead body in Asaba. Say, God forbid. I said, that's real. That's real. That's how bad. That's how bad I've experienced this thing called friendship. Right now, when people come around me, I'm watching you. I won't lie. I'm very suspicious of people now. Because I'm someone that God blesses extremely well. You know me very well. It's not something we'll come and start saying out there. But I'm somebody that my testimonies are loud. If I tell you some things that God is doing in my life, if you're not a very contented person, you can become something else in seconds. So because of that, I watch the company I keep. Doesn't mean I have all the money in the world. It doesn't mean I have all the whatever in the world. But the lifestyle I have, the kind of things that happen around me, I'm very careful of the people I bring into my circle now, not before. Before, I was so free because I felt that I'm discriminating people. Why should I not have this kind of friends around? But my sister, I've come to understand that watch the kind of people you bring into your circle. Not just in the sense of okay, don't discriminate people. If you are rich, make sure you have. No, if you are rich, I'm telling you this thing, real. It's real life. If you are rich, make sure your circle or your circle of friends are actually very rich people, not just rich, they're actually very rich people. If you look at how the rich behave, the rich mingles with the rich. They marry themselves. It's a limited cycle. You can't see Bill Gates hanging out with one vulcanizer in my street. He won't do it. You can't see him hanging out with a homeless person in the US. He won't do it. He hangs out with his circle. The Warren Buffett and all manner of, you know what I'm talking about. It doesn't mean that he comes and he belittles people. It doesn't mean that he comes and he looks down on people. It means that the people that are close and his circle are the same tribe with him. The problem I had, I settled down and I asked myself, I said, what is the problem? What's actually the problem? My sister, the kind of people I bring close to me, they were not on my level.
I know one or two of them. You remember that time?
Yes, they were not on my level. Academically, spiritually, financially, physically, they were not on my level. But because you just have to accommodate anybody, that was why I was, even up till last year, I was still having that issue. Until I sat down and advised myself, look at the kind of people you have around. If you continue to be friends with this kind of people, you will continue. It's a circle that will surely continue. You can't live in this kind of house. You can't drive this kind of car. You can't have this kind of experiences. You can't go to this kind of school. And you are friends with this group of people that have no vision, they have no goals, they have no aspiration. The kind of people that if you tell them your aspiration and goals, they can kill you. You started living it too. You have not actualized it. I'm telling you, I'm just the word kill, because that's how serious it was for me last year. It was God that delivered. This one is grown up, not university, this is a grown up mama kind of situation, as a grown up married group of women. If you understand. So that's I told myself after that experience, I said, this is the last time I will have this experience. I'm proud. Yes, I want to be proud now. I want to be very bourgeois. You know, I want to be very, what's the word? I want to be very big now. Let's all be big. Let me now be proud. I want to be very arrogant now. Yes. Because if that is what is going to save me, and keep me alive, that's what I'm going to do. I've had extreme friendships. I've had terrible people come around me. Terrible. I mean, the worst of the lot. I've experienced it in every angle. It's just God that has saved me in this thing we call friendship. In fact, for now, they should give me a certificate. When it comes to, want to talk about friendship expert, please give me, award me my flowers, because it's not funny. Charlene, last year was not funny. There was a woman I brought close to me, and I've not told you this story. We go to the same church. We come from the same state. She's, we have 5 kids. I have 3 boys and 2 girls. She has 5 girls. Are you seeing what's going on here? Are you seeing where the envy is going to come from? I come from a state where boys are, where from an ethnic group where male child is seen as, what will I call, superior to female children. No matter how educated, how, what's the word? Exposed. Yeah. It doesn't stop that notion. So, are you seeing the difference? I live in my own house, my own apartment. In fact, in my own house. She lives in a rented apartment. Not just a rented apartment. She lives in a house where her husband's or cousin gave them to stay. She doesn't pay rent. I am a lawyer. I'm well schooled. I went to one of the greatest, when I say one of the influential schools in Nigeria. I come from a good background. She doesn't have all this. Okay? Yeah. But I chose to be friends with her because 1, we go to the same church. 2, she's from my state. 3, I can regard to her as a sister. By the time I got myself, this woman don't enter me. She has entered my kitchen. She knows where my bedroom is. I told her my financial me. As I'm telling you that I have to start working on myself before these people will kill me here. She has known my finances. This is how she knows about my finances. She keeps coming to talk. That's what I'm talking about, this trauma dumping. Her husband left her and went to South Africa. Yeah, she's just here since how many years? The husband is. We have been discussing these things for years. At the point I said, come, let me give you some money. Go and call your family member. Get money. Or go to South Africa. Go and find your husband. She didn't go. That's what I'm talking about, this shock from a dumping. You give them all the advice in the world. They won't do it. They won't use those advices to help them. But they will come back tomorrow and still tell you the same problem.
Professional
victims. What do you want me to do for you now? I've told you what to do. This is solution to your problem, and you're still telling. What do you want? I should come and am I Jesus Christ? I don't understand you guys, though. But let me not digress. I started noticing the gossip. This woman created problem for me in my environment. Wow. Whereby people that they're not even supposed to talk to me, so they're talking to me. Like rudely. People wake up in the morning, they won't say good morning. The people that normally greet me or say hi to me, they stopped. Charlene, I saw something, and I was still blinded. Found that because she's a very quiet person, the way she talks, they are very dangerous. People are dangerous. People are dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Because of what are very out there, very introvert, we are the best of the kinds. Because if something goes on, you can know that this person is angry. But you see those type, they can do something and you never know they're the ones that did it. This was the worst experience I told myself I was ever going to have. Guess what? My husband is an introvert. My husband does not have much friends, or he has not. In fact, he doesn't have friends that come. I don't know, since I got married to my husband, I don't know if more than 2 or 3 people. How many years of marriage has ever come to visit us that because they're coming to see my husband? No. He's not a friendly type. But my husband, in that his, let's say, unsociable kind of existence, he was warning me about this woman. I said, this woman you're hanging out with, she's not a good person. I said, no. You see everybody, every time you have friends, you have to know, after this. I was giving excuses for her until, let me use the word, let me say it as it is, until God exposed her. Guess what? Me being me now, Odogwu in fact, expert in cutting friendship. The way I cut her, You see the way I'm doing my hand? She didn't expect
Yeah.
it. Oh, only your honor. Only your honor. She didn't expect it. It hit her so badly that because maybe she was already intending that, okay, I've gotten her in my clothes, I'm going to deal with her. She doesn't know who I am. The way I shut her out of my life, it was like a film. She lives opposite me, but it's like she still can't come out of it. That's the beautiful thing about my kind of person. The day I catch you, that's the end. Nothing in this world will ever bring you back to my life, because I know you coming back to my life, I might not be able to survive it. So this issue of red flags, I don't need to see the flags. I just need to sense that there's a flag, because the flag does not need to get red if I will run away. I just know that, okay, there's this person might have, oh, there is even a red flag. I'm out. I can't keep repeating this particular pattern in my life every time. And you keep telling story. People will get tired of you. You don't get sense. Only you there in Nigeria. Every time you're always carrying people's problem on your head. You're always there. You're always that. Why can't you just stay away from negative people? I end that prayer, so, oh Lord, deliver me from this thing that magnetizes terrible people. Please cut it out. Maybe because they see me, maybe I'm outgoing, they feel that maybe I'm somewhere they can talk to. From wanting to talk to me, they want to enter me inside. Though. I'm telling you my personal experience. So now, all I did was I worked on myself. Like you said, I did the work.
Yeah.
I introverted, self-introverted. Except my old friends. I was discussing with somebody today, Janet. She called me from Canada, probably, or we had talked. I said, I have you people now, Sherilyn, Janet, Judith, Blessing is in Lagos, Nkechi is in Lagos. These people, I don't know if they're up to 7. Are the people I call my friends. And luckily for me, they are all dispersed in different parts of the world. These are the people I call my sisters. As I'm talking to you right now, I don't have friends. That woman was the last experience, and it was a terrible one. Luckily for her, the husband that traveled to South Africa suddenly came back, including her, including the husband, including the children, everybody to the left. Also, so she's shocked that even though her husband, that I was there when she was crying, my husband is back. I can't even say hi to the man. I said, you cursed it. I don't say hi to her. I don't even want to say good morning, because from good morning, the person will come and say, you're not, this one, you're not talking to me again. Now, they're very terrible people, very cunning. So you're not talking to me. What did I do? So I will not even greet you, auntie. Just live long, prosper, keep me away from your negativity. Just be your B and let me be my B. You know, I want to live long and prosper. I want to be happy. I didn't come to this world because of you. I didn't come to this world because of your problems. I have mine. And I always ask myself, these people that always come to tell me their problem, how many times am I going to tell you my own problem? This is life. How many times did I discuss my problems with you? How many times do I come for you for advice? How many times do I come and tell you, oh, CEO, what do you think? How many times have I ever done that to you? Or done that with you? Or come and tell you and dump all my issues with you? Because I'm considerate. I'm a very considerate person. People are going through a lot, so why should I bring my own? I have my issues. I have things that bother me too. I have things I want to discuss with people. I want to, free my mind from so many things. But when I look at them and say, this person that you're going to get, I don't want to tell her your own, she's going through her own. But this group of narcissistic sisters and brothers, they have no consideration. They actually don't care. That is why they can tell you and tell you and tell you, not knowing that what they are telling you is actually affecting your mental health. Now you're having a mental meltdown because of another person's issue. You start trashing your husband, you start trashing your children, you're taking it out on everybody because of what somebody told you about herself. You start hating people, you start accumulating enemies. You know when they say accumulate, you know when you inherit enemies, I did it. Now maybe the people who they inherit enemies for friends. And maybe the odogu where they go inherit friendship. As if you have problem with somebody, we can't carry that problem on our head and be fighting the person. We all did it. I did it. But I laugh at myself now because if I know what I know now, everybody go and fight your battle. Just fight your fight. Get me? out of your issue. But as you are growing, your brain is enlarging, you're getting more, your experiences is giving you more wisdom, you're learning, and learning and unlearning so many things. I'm unlearning this thing about friendship. I told myself I can never refer to let me use the word people like Janet now. I can't refer to her as my friend. I refer to her as my sister, so that it can be easy. It will be easy for us to communicate. It will be easy for us to communicate. If I look at her as a friend, I'll become scared of her because of my experience. It's a trauma in it. And I don't pray to bring this issue, this trauma into any friendship going forward. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
And for like a lot of people like you that are those, those kind of friends that like being there, helping, solving problems. Like, do you feel like it would be okay to say that it's fine if you want to help people? That is your nature, helping people solve their problems and all of that. Would you say that it's okay? You can do that, but still guard yourself. So it's like I'm seeing this person is, let's say, having a problem, and even like I remember that about you. Even back in the day, people would come to you with issues that you weren't even there when the issues happened, but they're coming to you to tell you. And then problem over, you go solve the problem. Because I'm looking at it, and I used to like, even when I used to see it, I used to be like, wow, that's so interesting. Because you've always been that way. So even if you want to continue being that way, but it's like, okay, I've solved this problem for you, but you're not friends. You're good. We're acquaintances. But I'm gonna do this for you because that's who I am. I want to do. Would you say that it's okay to say that?
Charlene, I won't lie. I don't want to handle anybody's problems again.
I thought.
I'm tired. The author and finisher of handling people's issues is actually tired of people's problems. I become tired, man. I'm tired. Man, see the way I'm repeating the tired. Because these people keep coming and coming. And they come. Yes, there's no, I don't know what to do any longer. I don't want to have a life. You want people's matter was carrying up and down, financially, physically, and all that. What the heck? You go to God in prayer, you're reporting people's matter to God. Let me tell you something. I've been in a situation where my friend had this man that wanted to marry. They're married now. And this guy, they're in Lagos. This guy has been talking about marriage. And my friend is a virgin, or was a virgin then. And I'll come and pay bride price. No, Oka. He lives in London. I had to carry the matter with go and meet pastor. I used to meet somebody who carry somebody's marital problem to go and meet pastor. You leave your house, you leave your children, you carry your friend's matter and say, sir, look at what my friend is. Without her knowledge, you just carry a case and take it to pastor. That's how serious this matter is. I'm talking about learning and unlearning so many things. I worked on myself. If you're coming to me for the first time and you tell me about your problems, the only thing I can do for you is I can talk to you limited time. I time myself so that I don't over talk. And from over talking, one type person while I'm ahead. So I can talk to you, give you a little advice, and I'm on my way. Don't repeat it tomorrow. Don't repeat it next week. Don't repeat it next month. If you come to me, I'm going to shut you out. I will say something that will make you wonder. I told this lady is nice. I'm not nice. I'm a very kind person. I'm not nice. I don't want to be nice. I want to be kind. I don't want to be a nice girl. I want to be referred to as a kind person. This person is kind. I will shut you out. I will tell you what I will tell you whenever I bring that problem to me. You come to me and say, my husband is doing this. My husband is cheating. Let me use the word because that's one of their ways. They know that me, I hate when men do bad things to women. And I'll come with my boyfriend or my husband or my fiancé. Is this, is that. And say, it's your husband that is doing this and this and that to you. What's the best way you can handle? Does he beat you? No. Okay, does he beat you? Yes, he used to beat me. He will bring women into the house. He will do those. How financial buoyant are you? Are you working? Yes. Do you have a job? Do you work? Do you make money? Good. If you work and you make money, I'm not an advocate for divorce or separation, but there's situations where I'll tell you, please have a plan, okay?
Yeah.
Have a plan financially. I'm just giving you an instance. Have a plan. Work on your finances. Start saving. Work with a plan of 2 to 3 years, or if it's that violent, work with a plan of 1 year or 6. Do you have family members? Have you spoken to your parents? What are they saying? They say, I should not come back. This is marriage. Marriage is better for. We know how Nigerians are. Some of them can be very funny. Some of these family members can be funny. So I'll tell you, my dear, work out a plan. Go to the nearest authority. Report him. I'm just a lawyer. The only place I have power is in the courts. I don't have power outside the courts in Nigeria. So, work out a plan, work your finances, start working on your emotions, start detaching from this person emotionally, then walk the way. Are you seeing? I'm giving you that one house plan. I'm giving you a plan. I'll work it out for you. Okay, you're earning 50,000, you're earning 100,000. I'm giving you how I operate now. This thing is going to be in space of 30 to 45 minutes if I want to give you my time. This is how you're going to work. Okay, so save some amount. How many children do you have? So this is how you're going to save it, this and that. That's good. If you dare come back to me again and say, after like maybe 1 month or 6 months, you have not done what I asked you to do the first time we met, and you come back to me again. Do you know what? You did this, you did that. And see, don't go, don't even bother me, because I gave you this, I told you to do this, and you seem to refuse to do. You will bear the brunt of the situation. I pack my bag, I'm out. That's how I handle people now. One time help, one time advice, one time, except you are a close person. And let me tell you, I'm trying to be selfish. Except you're a close person, and you can also go that length for me. That's where I come out. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you how I operate now. That is where I come out. I come out for you. I know that, okay, yes, this is my mom, or this is my sister. I know that if it's my own son, this person can go to the moon and back for me. Then we'll dig it out. But you see all this meet you tomorrow, and I start carrying your heart on my head, or start having one kind of relationship with you. I'm very careful about it now. And that is what has given me peace. I started developing anxiety. I started developing depression because of people. At the point, if I want to step out of my house, I will be filled with fear because of people. I went through all that. I never knew that this thing that happened, everything is a white man disease. People say they've been there, they say they're afraid, they can't go out, they can't mingle, they have people anxiety. I experienced it until I had to personally cure myself with words, with prayers, with learning and unlearning certain habits. The barrier I have put in my heart. If you like, use bazooka. If you like, use armored car. It will take only Jesus Christ to break that thing. Because people are terrible. If they find out that you're this nice person, that you're this person that accommodates all manner of rubbish, they'll be coming in troops. It's as if they'll go and tell them, she be, what would I call it? Now she be the helper of the universe. She will come and bring your problem, she will solve it for you. I've been in a situation when I was in a very, I had a friend, her name was Uba. And she said, one time, I disfriended her for a while. She and one of our friends were having issues. She just said, tell me for man, I should give me money. Oh, wow. If you get a for man, I should give you money. For man has money, then I should give you money. The person that came and told me, that see what Mary Jane said. That she said, if I come, that you have money. I just picked my phone and deleted her number. Mugu, you are saying Mugu now. So anybody that has something, you have the audacity, because I always give to you. So if anybody's going to say, no, that is for my mom, I'll give it, she has money. I don't know where that careless statement came out from, you know? That was way back. And that's what this one will go, get a kind of solution to their problem to get another person. It was when I met her that she took her time and solved my problem. That is why I became the problem solver of people's problems. So I needed to draw back because I was getting mentally sick. Not because of my issues, but because of people's issues. And some of them, they didn't concern me in any way. As in I wasn't there when those things happened. But I could carry it from my head like that. So I had to draw back. So it's not a matter of it's my nature. I'm unnaturing that thing now. Surely,
Okay.
I'm not like that again. No. I've changed. Yeah, I'm better now. I'm healthier. I'm happier. Since I started cutting these toxic people around me,
Oh, for sure.
I am happier. I am more fulfilled. I sit down now, I get my journals, and I write down things about my life. I see them manifesting. Unlike before, I come and tell this person, oh, I want to do this, and then you check it, it's not happening. How will I tell my friend I want to buy a property, and all of a sudden I don't buy it? Or how will I tell my friend I want to do a business, all of a sudden it doesn't happen? So since I started jotting these things down, I don't tell anybody because I'm now introverted. Things are happening for good, for the better, and going for the best for me now. People can bring their poverty, stinking problems, and spirits around you if you give them the chance.
It's true.
If
You
give
have
them
to
the
protect
chance.
your energy.
You must protect yourself.
Yeah.
Even if it's your nature, it's our nature to commit sin. His nature of man is sin. But we as Christians, we have killed that nature and put on the nature of Christ. So if you look at yourself and there are certain attributes in you that is good per se, but it's bringing in a lot of problems, kill it. I can't solve everybody's problems. I can't. I won't be able to solve everybody's. Am I finished solving my own? If it's not my husband, my children, my sisters, I have lots of sisters, my brother, my parents, yeah, and then my biological sisters that are close to me and are on the same level with me.
Yeah.
Sherilyn, all my friends now, and the same, some of them are even doing way better than I am. Look at you today, you're in the US. You're doing very well for yourself. Janet is a medical doctor. She's in Calgary. She's in Canada. She's doing very well for herself. Janet is a tech analyst. She's a tech person. She's in British Columbia in Vancouver. She's doing very good for herself. Blessing is doing extremely good for herself. She's very rich. She has money. She's into business. Her husband is doing, people are doing well for themselves. Now, if I come to you and say, oh, Shirley, I want to go into this kind of business. I want to do this and that. Until you are doing well, there's nothing I will tell you now that will make you envious of you because you are doing well. So I've cut off those kind of people. Anybody that I cannot easily share my dreams with, you're out of the door. Because I don't see what you're doing in my life. What are you doing there? What are you doing there?
Space, occupying space and bringing in negative energy.
Come change my life. All my divine helpers, now they block them with my yes character. I beg 5 space make I see front. I beg they block lights. Go aga. Leave me alone. Aga because keep going. So that's it. That's it to Shirley. That's it. That's what has been saving me naturally, and God helping me. It's going to be for better. This is about the start. Tomorrow I'm talking about environment where I stay. The day God takes me out of the environment where I stay and I go to a new place to start a good life, I won't come to you and tell you this kind of story because the experience I experienced here, the things I experienced here, I will never experience them anywhere. Because it will be like a fresh space, or rather a fresh page for me to flourish. Yes. Can you imagine having friends? You tell them about what you want to do in life. I guess it hasn't.
I've seen that.
I'm looking at your face. And no matter how you hide it, I'm seeing you.
It's true.
Some of us are very good with this thing. How can I tell you that I'm about to do this? I'm about to do that. And your nature, you are laughing before, all of a sudden you just change.
Your countenance changes.
Your demeanor changes. You are out of the door. You can kill. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. I'm telling you. And that is because you're not on my level. Dangote and Otedola, when they discuss billions of dollars, nobody gets jealous of each other. When they discuss of oil, I know what I'm saying. They are good friends because they're all in the same carcass. If Dangote come and tell, Otedola now that he's the one to do this, nobody said the person is okay. Let me invest. Let me invest. I want to invest in this business. This is good one. Not like this Achikote Ekwomu that you will tell them how you want to travel out. Or that the other day, I was discussing this particular lady, but I just the time I traveled to Dubai, the Zen small Dubai. The time I traveled to Dubai. Really?
Wow. Oh
really?
My goodness.
In her heart, she's like, every time she be posting. And to my mates.
You're just saying it's
I'm just telling you something. No.
Yeah.
My mates are touring the world in private jet. Are you mad?
Oh my goodness.
Yes. My mates are in private jets, touring the world. Going for businesses in Bangkok and Singapore, running businesses of multi-billion dollars. And you're here, I'm telling you, I went to Dubai, you want to cry. Are you crazy? In fact, you're crazy. You're crazy. Yeah. Do you know the kind of businesses that our mates are doing? Mama like you. She's in her 40s. You think it's this kiosk where you're selling granite and the pili that is going to make you somebody in life? Can't you have an open mind? Why can't you see somebody that is better than you? Yes, it's understanding. So, because who has the energy? Who has the energy to explain it to you at your age? That's want to get triggered.
Your job.
It's not my job to teach you that. To unlearn this toxic character. That is why poverty will never depart from your life. And it's not a curse.
Well, until the person learns it's correct, because they are.
Until you learn this low self-esteem, until you learn this wickedness, laziness, until you learn them, before you can go for. See, you haven't seen anything. I told her when I was getting angry, I said you will see me on TV. You are crying. You are on TV. You're gonna see me on TV. You're mad. You're not seeing anything. You haven't seen anything. I don't blame you. Because we are going to the same church and we're from the same place. That is why I can bring down my level. I'm telling you, that's how I felt. Since I cut off from this lady, Charlene, it's been wonderful all the way. I went as far as petitioning her to stay CID. That's the headquarters. That is how mad I was with her. Because when you disentangle yourself from these people, they try to be very petty. I don't got time for pettiness. I'll fight you. I have the authority to fight you. Immediately I went petition her immediately to stay CID. A high police officer was already handling the case. My husband was begging. The pastor was begging. The pastors were begging. What you will kill this woman? No? When the lady had heard that her case is in state CID, also she knew that this one, Ifeoma is action woman. She knew that this lady is not joking. Let me just mind my name, face my life, because if this lady decides to deal with me, I'm finished. That's it. That was the only thing that made her to know that I'm not joking with you. I'm not joking.
That was your way of protecting yourself.
Yes, I'm not joking with you. This friendship is over. We can never be friends again in life. And she was complaining to the pastor's wife that when I stopped talking to her, when I stopped having anything to do, that she was sick. Until you're about to have cancer.
Oh my goodness.
Cancer of the brain. You haven't seen anything. You can wake up. The one I'm doing now, you already. She couldn't believe that when her husband came back, and I couldn't say, at least your husband is back. And this, including you and your poverty-stricken husband and cockroaches or whatever you have in your house. Bye. I don't care. I'm happy for you, but please live long and prosper. Leave me alone.
Amen to that.
Make friends with your tribe. Charlene, where we are going tomorrow, I don't want to make friends with rubbish people.
And it's not just about
yes.
Saturday. It's more about thinking. because
Yes.
an envious person is
Yes.
an envious person. You'll
Yes.
find some
Even
people that you
yes. Yes, you're right.
has
You're
nothing to
right.
be envious about, and yet they're
Yes.
envious.
Yes, you're right.
When you
You're
understand that people are not your competition, your only competition is yourself.
it's you.
When you understand that people's paths are different, your path is
Yes.
different from mine. Your
Yes.
journey is different from mine. I cannot be
Yes.
comparing my journey to yours because it's not a
No.
fair comparison. They're two different journeys.
Please help me explain to these people. Can you help me talk louder? For those at the back to hear, they're not hearing. Those ones at the back, they're not hearing. Be louder.
Honestly, I don't even know what envy is because I'm not really looking at what someone else is doing. I can be happy
I'm
for
running my
somebody,
race.
but
I want
I'm
to be
really running
focused.
it. I'm focusing on my focus. I don't know what
Yes.
other people are doing. So when
I
I
don't want
see
to be
people that
distracted.
are always looking at what other people are doing, trying to talk bad, trying to compete,
Compete.
unnecessary envy and jealousy. For me, I just look at it and I'm like, you don't understand. I'm
Childishness.
not your problem.
Childishness and immaturity.
I'm not
That's
your
just what it
problem. You're your problem.
Yes.
And
Yes.
until you
You are your own problem.
think and unlearn those things, you will keep on repeating the same mistakes. You're probably right
Exactly.
now living a life that is not even authentic to you because you're trying to imitate somebody else, because you're competing with somebody else. You should be
Exactly.
focusing on who you are and who you're meant to be and your role in this world. And when you focus
Exactly.
on that and you know that you're on the right path, you will have the sense of satisfaction that comes with it. But
Exactly.
thank you
They
so
won't
much
learn. They
for
won't learn.
this just for being so open and for this episode. Thank you so much. I appreciate, and I hope that our listeners were able to just gather some thoughts and things that we said and in some way kind of apply to them as well. And I hope it made an impact. And just thank you very much for being here and thank you for tuning
You're
in.
welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very glad I'm here face to face with you.